estimate because the survey crew is going to go out and determine what scale this is, but it's got to be between the 3 and 4 category, probably closer to 4.
Well, and I don't want us to run out of video here, but I heard John mention earlier today about a double vortex.
Absolutely, you see that. Well, the theory is every tornado is made up of multiple ones, but we only see the one triangle, if you will, and you can see how there's multiple vortices, is what we call that, and those little suctions that kind of rotate around the main vortex itself, and you see those every once in a while spin around, and that's what causes the weird damage path. It's because those little ones that kind of surround the big one, they kind of branch off at times as it spins around like you would on a pinwheel or something, and it causes a weird looking damage path. Well, that's how they know it was a tornado when they go survey. If they didn't have this video, all they have to do is look at the damage path. They could see how things were twisting around, and they knew that whatever was out there was made up of a vortex like that. So, that's stuff we hear on the evening news that happens in Kansas and Oklahoma. That's something we don't always see here in Indiana.
Well, we've talked about the response, and I hope you listen into this right here. We have John Erickson with the Indiana Department of Emergency Preparedness on the phone right now. And John, obviously, this destruction has been widespread. Tell us what you guys are doing to help us. There are so many people who need it. John, are you with us?
Yeah.
What is the Department of Emergency Management doing to help here in southern Indiana, where we've already seen, I think, up to about 8 deaths that we've counted from various agencies? What can you guys do?
We are, first of all, our executive director has traveled down to southern Indiana to firsthand assess the damage and to provide us some situational awareness. Certainly, we're in touch with local emergency management and other public safety professionals down there in southern Indiana as well. We are preparing to deploy different incident management teams to district response task forces. Indiana Task Force 1, which is
it's a number one
this
weekend.
Coming down to
They
southern
can't
Indiana.
all be number one,
It's
but
going to take
this one is.
a few hours to get them together, get them deployed, but they are on their way to assist. What they can for now, which may be
Still doing coverage, and we still got quite a bit of coverage going on here on WSLM. We do have Dr. Reed with us. Dr. Reed, we got a chance to speak with you actually earlier today. Could you kind of give us an update? You're still at the school?
Yes, we're at Brady Farm Elementary, and we have probably 35 of East Washington students here waiting for parents to come and pick them up. The Red Cross from Clark County just arrived, and they are going to set up some cots and provide shelter for people who might need shelter for this evening.
Right. When we had spoken earlier, we had some trouble with the phone lines. Of course, we talked with our phone companies, and the phone companies, they said it might be tomorrow before some of the phone service is actually back and working. And of course, internet services are down. So this is wonderful that you actually can accommodate the children, because there's a lot of parents actually that can't get to the children due to the roadblocks. There's big trees actually down. There's power lines down. So actually getting to the children is quite an obstacle.
Absolutely. We are here. I have staff here. East Washington has staff. The East Washington superintendent is here, Brady Schrum. We have police officers. We have lots of volunteers. There's food and snacks. So we're just trying to make sure everybody's comfortable waiting on their parents.
Well, what a comfort. That's exactly right. And, I think the tension, everybody, this is actually, and I don't want to go too much into this because I know you're very busy and you do have to get back to what you're doing, but I do want to thank you for taking time for us, Dr. Reed. But with this, this came upon us so fast, it came heavy, and, some of this wind was up to 200 miles per hour. So, this was kind of a hard hard storm to predict, and it was kind of crazy, as many as tornadoes, 3 at a time, up and down, So we have so many, and like the eastern part, they're without electricity, they're without phone line. We've had a reporter down there actually, reporting from Eastern, and so they just, and there's so many homes, businesses, individuals that, that just absolutely have been touched by this storm. So this is awesome to know that, and I think it's reassuring that if parents know that their children are being safe, they're being fed meals, they're being comforted, and they have bedding, they have lodging.
Absolutely.
And so actually, I guess until the last child leaves, you're going to be there.
We will be here, and the Red Cross is here for anyone else.
Well, that's wonderful, too. We do have some other shelters that are set up. Different churches have opened up their doors, for shelters. But it is nice at the elementary school. It's a good, firm foundation there, and it's a nice building, and it's a big building that can accommodate. But the main, and it's nice the American Red Cross has come to help with the meals, and feeding that many children is quite a task there.
Yes.
And I want to commend you guys for that. So parents, any parents or guardians, grandparents that are that's hearing this and who cannot get to the children, hopefully, they will be able to get their child, and I'm sure they want to get them back home but a lot of them might not have homes to come back to.
That is a possibility, and we're going to be here for the duration until the last child goes home.
All right, wonderful. Well, listen, Dr. Reed, if there's anything that we possibly, as a radio station, can do, if there's any word that we can get out, I'm gonna go back to the music, and I want to talk with you for a little bit if you'll stay on the line.
Okay, I have a police officer here that needs to talk with me, so can I get back with you?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll try to get back with you, but keep it up and keep us informed. And if there's anything else that we can do to accommodate, please utilize our services here.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Have a good evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too. All right, and Dr. Reed, very busy there, and they've got police officers, they've got the Red Cross coming in, very busy, keeping up with about 35 children there at the Brady Schramm Elementary School, and, they said that they will be there, they will stay there until the last parent comes, so that's comforting as a parent, but also, if you can get to your child, but, you might not be able to, but make sure that everybody hears this, and if you're a grandparent, a parent, guardian, and we'll keep you informed right here on WSLM, your Salem radio station atop Radio Ridge.
They'll tell people to take shelter if you have a lot of warning, because schools are so solidly built.
Oh yeah. Don't want a 4-leaf clover. Don't want an old horseshoe. Want your kiss, 'cause I just can't miss with a good luck charm like you. Come on and be my little good luck.
We're breaking in with programming, and like we've been doing all night long, we do have Jim Saunders. Jim, are you there?
Yes, I am, Becky.
Okay, Jim, and I know that actually we had talked about this morning, the St. Patrick Church was actually having a big fish fry tonight, but you kind of, actually plans have changed this evening.
Yes, they did, Becky. I mean, with the weather situation, we didn't know what we were going to do as far as, participants.